Hey everyone, Lucas here, back again for another round of street photography in Tokyo with my trusty RICOH GR II. Today I'm going to be shooting in Shinjuku Station, which is literally the busiest train station in the world. So from here on, I'm going to keep my mask on because it's crowded here and I want to keep my germs to myself. Now, before we continue, I just want to remind everyone to please like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. Any questions you have, I will be personally checking through and answering them, okay? So what are we doing in Shinjuku Station? Why are we shooting here? What I want to do is I want to get the trains motion blurred with the people in the foreground to create that nice contrast of motion and stillness, okay? So to do that, first, let's talk about the camera settings for that. So for this thing, I'm going to be shooting on TAV, okay? And I'm going to choose a aperture of 2.8, maybe 4, but probably 2.8 because it's pretty dark out on the train platform. It's actually not that bright. And my shutter speed, I'm going to have only at a 60th, 1/60, which is, if you've seen another video that I've done on this channel about my slow mode, it is the slow mode. It's basically keeping the shutter slow, which will allow plenty of motion blur for the trains. And that's it. Otherwise, I'm going to be either using snap focus or regular autofocus. Both will work fine in this situation. I'll switch between the two probably. And the exposure compensation I'll adjust as needed. But I have a feeling just keeping it on 0 will be totally fine. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and get up on the train platform and see what I can get. All right? Let's go. So yeah, so here we are on the really busy train platform. There's trains on both sides. I'm generally going to focus on this train, which is the Sobu line, JR Sobu line, because it's yellow. I like the yellow stripes. That's the Yamanote line. I'm not a fan of the green stripes, but whatever. I'm not going to be prejudiced against colors. We'll probably shoot both, but I'm going for this one mainly because not only is the train yellow, but the environment around it has a lot of yellow. There's yellow signs, yellow on the floor, okay? And then it's a matter of getting a good subject. Now, there are these station guys, like the conductors around, but I mean, I don't care who I get. It could be a person, but like a regular person, it could be the staff. I just need somebody stationary. That's the important thing. They need to not be moving because I'm on a slow shutter and I want the train blurry, but I don't want my subject blurry, right? So people walking by is not going to work.
The local train bound for Chiba will soon arrive on track number 13 for your safety.
Your attention please. The train bound for Osaka will soon arrive on track number 14. For your safety, please stand behind
Great.
the yellow line.
Okay, so that was great. Got some cool shots there of the conductor. All right, very nice, very cool. All right, we'll wait around for another chance, see what else we can get. One thing that's important, despite the train moving and there being motion blur, timing is still very important because exactly how you frame the person with the background matters. If you get them on the windows are kind of dark, they're tinted, so the subject won't stand out as much. So I like to get them on the silver parts of the train or on the door part. So if you frame them just right, if you time it just right, you can really frame them with the background. So in addition to the motion, you get an interesting framing. Very important. Let's try this side again. The train should be arriving in a second. Yeah, and of course, I admit this gentleman here is not the most interesting subject. He's just an office man going home, but can't always get the best subject, so we'll just get what we can. All right, I'm trying to time them between the yellow lines. So if you notice, there are these breaks in the lines. When the door is there, there's like a yellow line, a break, and another yellow line. I'm trying to stick them in between those. It's really hard, but I got one where he's between the two lines. It's kind of cool. All right. Let's go farther down the platform one more time, mix up, move it around. A light version of working the scene.
業務放送です。生中継動願います。
Ooh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that was, as we say in Japanese, giri giri seifu, just barely safe, because I was pre-focusing on the where he was, but he got a little closer. But fortunately, it was even at f2.8, it was just within the depth of field, so it's still a sharp photo. Luckily,
Your attention, please.
because I didn't really have time to refocus at that point, but it turned out great. Awesome. All right, guys, so that about sums it up. A couple different shots, all using the same concept, dragging the shutter, which means a slow shutter, like 1/60. And in this case, I used f2.8 on aperture mode. So that's it. It's pretty simple settings. It's more a matter of timing and framing and getting a cool subject in front of the moving object, in this case, a passing train. So if you guys have any questions about this technique and want to know more, feel free to leave a comment. I will be going through and personally answering them. Of course, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.